just a few laps into this. Oh, the 37's getting loose. Oh, and he saves it. Oh, they're going 3 wide.
We've got a 5-way fight for the win of this race coming to 4 laps to go. He's going to win it here in spectacular fashion.
Service, sacrifice, and speed. Tonight, the Warrior Series rolls into the high banks of Talladega Superspeedway. Active duty and veterans from across this country take part in GLR's newest Warrior Series, trading paint and fireworks for this crazy 200-mile-per-hour race. Here tonight, I have Eddie Smith and Jacob Ellenson in the booth with me. How's it going, guys?
Oh, it's going fantastic. I'm super excited to get this Warriors series underway.
Well, we've been waiting on it. It's the Warrior Series. We've been talking about it for so many years, and finally pulling the trigger and finally making it happen. And hey, we did them dirty too. We set them up at Talladega as the first race.
I don't know if we did that, but man, I am excited to see these drivers out here going crazy, draft track. You never know what's going to happen. Anybody can win tonight. I'm excited to see. But looking into this with this new Warrior Series, let's bring up the schedule for everybody to look at. We got a multitude of tracks for these drivers to run through. Talladega, of course, is the first race as we're here, but we're going to Charlotte, Old Atlanta, of course. Great technical track. Dover, Watkins Glen for our road fans, Auto Club, Nashville, and then finishing out at the home of auto racing, Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
I would say it's not just the home of auto racing, it's also the home of GLR, founded in the Indianapolis area over there with Patrick Travick, and we'll be seeing him on track pretty shortly, and that's going to be a lot of fun throughout the season. Every single point's going to matter, whether you're in first place or you're in last place. Nice team event going on, so all your team's points are going to be averaged out, and it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to get the season rolling.
Well, break down the teams a little bit there, Jake. I mean, spent a lot of time, you and Bobby Bender, setting this up. Tell us a little bit about how the team stuff is going to work here in this series.
So each branch is going to have a set team of drivers, and with them drivers, each driver is going to have obviously the points that they get from at the finish of the race, and then them points are going to be averaged out for the team points. The teams range anywhere from about 5 to 7 drivers. We do have our lone wolf Conrad Whedon in the Coast Guard team, and he wanted to do it and to do it by himself, and we're happy to have him here. But that's what I got so far.
I mean, hey, Coasties will always do what they want to do, but nothing will stop them. Well, I'm hearing that the qualifying is about to be completed. So we're going to come into and give out our Jam Printing Promotions Pole Award tonight. And that is going to go to no other than Wyatt Dueling, Specialist Wyatt Dueling on pole with James Kaufman in second. Going into the second row, we got Claire Sisk with Frederick Seagraves going in there. Into fifth, we got Timothy Wilms with Daniel Park starting on his outside. And then going into the next row, we got Patrick Dravick, head goat at GLR with Garrett Kinder starting on his outside. Next row, we got Bobby Bender and then Ian Brisky to round out our top 10.
In 11th, we have Chuck Feltz in that number 75. Starting on the outside in 12th is Randall Peasley. 13th, rolling out, and at number 22 is going to be Skylar Davey, and 14th, Dakota Cole. 15th is going to be Matt Webbers, and 16th is going to be Specialist Doug Ellingson. And 17th, going to be Charles Abert in that number 7, and the 51 on the outside is going to be Joshua Unger. 19th is going to be the 70 of Joshua Jackson, and 20th, Thaddeus Friel Jr.
Starting 21st, going to be Sean Lobos with David Calvert on the outside of him. In 23rd, 24th, you got Armando Melgosa with Christopher Heiner in 24th. I can't say it any other way, guys. Kevin Price in 25th. Andy Carnes, the head goober himself, starting in 26th. 27th is going to be J.R. Hudson with Conrad Whedon there in that 28th spot. In 29th, it's going to be D.J. Patterson and Jonathan Lawless starting in 30th.
Rounding out our back end of the field, Darren Price is going to start in the 31st position with Ryan Pendleton showing up in 32nd. Next row, we got Dave Calvert coming in and Jacob Blanky starting on his outside. 35th position, we got our main man, Bill Mofield. Love that guy. Hayden Muir starting on his outside. And then to round out the field, actually, I think 36 is the last one. So 36-man field, Jacob Eddy. I think these guys are in for a hell of a time. Talladega always brings the fireworks.
For sure, and you know, with a big drafting track with these next-gen cars, they're going to get some huge runs. Might see some shuffling around in the beginning, but definitely some fireworks at the end.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about teams earlier. This is the perfect place to start off with teams and working together with your team. So communication is going to be key. You can't make it on fuel. You're going to have to make at least one stop if we stay green. And so you're going to have to communicate with your team. You have to be talking about, when do we want to pit? Do we want to be up front? Do we want to hang back in the back? What do we want to do? And that's all going to mean a huge difference on who wins this race, is just who works the best as a team. So really excited to see how that plays out here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Love that. And tonight with our race analysis, we got 50 laps for the teams. 55 mile per hour pit road speed. It's going to be very difficult with going for 200 or 55. So hopefully no black flags out of that. 4 tire sets available for our drivers tonight. 2 green-white checkers if needed for tonight. 60% fuel and everybody on a fixed setup. So set field, everybody has the same chance out here tonight.
And we're definitely going to see some speeding penalties today if we go green. So definitely going to have to keep one eye out on that, and hopefully we go green to checker. We've done it before here at GLR, and we'll see what happens.
See what happens, indeed. Well, as the drivers are coming down that famous front stretch into the tri-oval, I got my money on Team Navy. I'm a Navy guy. Well, not active or anything, but I grew up around in the Navy area, so I always love my Navy heads out here. I don't know if you guys have anything before we get started.
I'm going with Conrad Whedon, the sole loner out there. He's going to get the dub.
All right.
I got to go with my Army folks, man. My dad was Army, my brother's Army.
All right. Well, the green flag has dropped. Ryan Dooley's going to take the pack out, and we are green for our first race here in the Warrior Series.
Well, they're coming down into turn 1. Wyatt Dueling still got that lead on the inside. See if he gets some help back there from Daniel Parks.
The drivers are coming down the backstretch, fast speeds, everybody 2x2. I think all these drivers are trying to figure out where their teammates are, trying to hook up, just taking it easy for these first couple laps, not doing anything crazy.
A great shot for Army there is you got James Kaufman and Wyatt dueling with the Army on the front hood, showing the way on both lanes. So Army going to lead this first lap, it looks like. But, man, the next-gen car is such a fun car to draft in. You have to get connected with the bumper. You got to push. That dirty air makes a huge, a big factor. And, oh, they're wrecking already.
Wrecking indeed into the tri-oval. Bunch of cars lined up in that. I hope it. Oh, looks like maybe a couple cars are gonna have to use their fast repair already.
I see the 911 of Bill Mulfield got into that. I see Bobby Bender, the 96, got into that. 76 of Jonathan Lawless. A whole lot of cars.
Don't really know where it started. We're going to take a little bit to find that. It started right up here. I don't know who that is. It's going down to the infield, but you can see it all kind of.
It's crazy. I mean, and that's Talladega right there. One moment everything is calm, and then the next moment you're dodging cars, just trying to keep that car clean. So really good job to a lot of those drivers that kept their car clean, but unfortunate for those already got to use their fast repair.
Well, who the hell was it that spun out? Can't find them. Somebody tell me.
I can't find it either. I can't.
Who's that right there?
I'm looking at it.
Oh, it's Ian Brisky. Yeah, it's Ian Brisky. Oh, he's wrecking again. Oh, good Lord.
Oh.
This is where it started. So we'll back up just a little bit and find out exactly what happened to him.
Yeah, cars coming down into the tri-oval. It's really tense moments right here. And it looks like he just gets hooked. It looks like a little hook right there on Ian. And it just cascades into everybody else. So we're going to go into the cockpit cam real quick and see what happens.
Got Peasley behind him. And what's going to happen is Ian's going to move up a little bit in the tri-oval as Peasley maybe was trying to make a little contact and just not able to adjust. And you can see that's where it all started. And then it just goes nuts from there as everybody is trying to avoid the wreck and then just start to pile in.
Yeah, indeed. That's crazy. I mean, really, with these next-gen cars, they're so aero-sensitive, but the cars behind are going to get huge speed runs with these other cars that are in front. And, you know, you got half a second to make a decision. And usually that's what happens.
Well, I'll give you an update on the teams tonight. I'll kind of highlight a couple of those and kind of talk more about that as the season goes on for sure with the team championship. But you got Air Force One, which is a funny name. Hayden Muir, Jonathan Barker, John Lawless, J.R. Hudson, and Patrick Craven are going to round out Air Force One. Air Force Two is going to be Armando Melgosa, Hamza Khan, Patrick Sidoris, and Timothy Williams. And then when you start your Army, 3 Army teams, you got Andy Carnes, you got Brian Frauheiger, Charles Abert, DJ Patterson, Randall Peasley, Wyatt Dooling. And then Army 2, you got Frederick Seagraves, Jacob Linke, Jake Bustos, Joshua Jackson, Matt Weber's, I'm not sure. And then Army 3, you got Doug Ellingson, Josh Unger, Tim Jones, Tony Graham, and Tyler Baldwin. So really cool to see all those teams and those folks coming together and racing together, working together as a group, as a unit, as a part of their respective branches. It's just really cool.
Yeah, really cool indeed. They're really, really great to even highlight here at Go Locker. All of our active duty and veteran members, part of Go Locker. These are the guys that we go race for. These are the people that we race for. So it's great to honor all these branches that help there and protecting us out there every single day. You know what, Eddie, one person I did see out there that I'm really, really, really happy to see is Doug Ellingson, by the way, actually. Doug has been away for a little bit. He's always welcome to race and Go Locker, and I'm really, really happy to see Doug Ellingson back out racing with these guys and really enjoying what he loves to do out here.
I'll tell you what, being firsthand experience with Doug, it's actually super weird calling him by his first name. He's always been known to me as Dad. But but he's gone through, I would say, hell and back the last couple of years with some health issues, and I'm super proud of him for pushing through and doing the things that he needed to do to get himself up to speed. And I'll tell you what, if it's a man that's dedicated to GLR and wanting to come out and race with everybody here, it's Doug Ellingson is the epitome of that.
Yeah, I mean, been racing around him forever, and yeah, he's always he's a tough competitor. He's somebody who doesn't give up. I'll tell you that right now. He's not the kind of guy that would have an issue and then quit immediately. He'll stick it out all the way to the end, and that's something that I know very well about Doug, and he's been a part of Goat Locker since the inception. So it's always good to have Doug out there. I think it's so cool that we finally got to this point where we have a warrior only, but no more goobers out there that didn't serve, not a first responder. Just like these kids like Noah Hogard and folks like this. None of those are out there tonight. It is just straight up warriors, men, and some women. And it's just great. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome that we're here. It's awesome that it sucks that it took so long for us to get here, but it's a long time coming, and just it's really, really awesome that we're here in this moment and being able to salute these guys and give them a platform and let them show off what they have. And it's just really, really cool.
I'll tell you what, that pace car is going to duck off with Jim Kaufman leading that field in that number 25 Army car with another Army car out to the outside of them and Wyatt Dueling. So let's see what they got to go, and they're going back green.
Into the extreme restart zone. James Kaufman leading these cars out. Good start for them, but not hooked up on the bottom. Top is a little bit hooked up. Might get past James Kaufman. We'll see going into turn one. These drivers are really spread out right now, so everybody's just trying to figure out where they need to be right now.
Yeah, through turns 1 and 2, everything spreads out. I think that first little wreck made everybody a little bit nervous. You'll start to see them calm down just a little bit. But, racers have such short memories that it seems like at Talladega everybody says, hey, let's give us a couple laps, guys. And about half a lap in, they start pushing. They start making aggressive moves. It doesn't take long for sim racers to get back after it. But you can see sort of a single file train here happening with Wyatt Dueling and Randall Peasley up front. Chuck Phelps falling in line as that outside line just kind of falling apart. So everybody's single file at the moment with a few stragglers on the outside. But I think after a couple laps, they get up to speed, you'll start to see these lines start to form, especially with the big runs with how draggy this car is.
Draggy indeed. And right now it's 1, 2, 3 Army, maybe on different teams, but they are all as part of the same group. So we'll see if the Army guys really set up a defense. Maybe that Air Force right behind Timothy Williams, maybe he's waiting for his other teammates to come up and help him out. I mean, looking at the back of the pack, I see Chuck Phelps right there in his marine color next-gen car. Always glad to see him out there. Josh Unger up in there. Good to see Josh Unger racing with us. Skylar Daly sitting in the back with his Navy car a little bit by himself. Wants to probably get up, help maybe with the Air Force or whatnot, but we'll see coming around to wrecking, I think. Oh! I saw somebody spin.
We're still under green.
It's like Bobby Bender's slow.
And it might have been Bobby Bender. We'll look back on the instant replay. I saw somebody
He's a batter.
spin. I don't know. I saw somebody spin, but I can't. It was so far in the back, couldn't really point it out. But somebody spun. But Bobby Bender went down pit road, so something definitely happened.
Yeah, Thaddeus Friel, Bobby Bender, obviously maybe with a little bit of damage from that early wreck, but they're not having a great night. Bender down on pit road trying to get some damage repaired. I know Thaddeus Friel was on pit road for about a minute and a half trying to get his damage fixed. So, yeah, not really sure what's going on there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, going into lap three. Oh! As soon as I start talking, they start wrecking. Maybe I need to stop talking because every single time I say something, somebody starts wrecking. So
yeah, John Lawless, Jacob Linke, You see some guys catching up from the back of the pack, and we'll take a look on here on the B-Speed replay and see what happened. It already kind of happened in front of Linky. It's sort of a slow checkup as you can see Daddy's Friel down on the bottom. We'll try to see what happened here. Oh, the 20 and the dang 199 again. Who is that?
That dang 199.
It's Ian Brisky again, having some sort of issue here. We're going to see. Look at the 26 of DJ Patterson blast the 07. And then it just there's like a little weird effect here as the 20 is going to go down to the inside, and Ian going to close the door. They're going to bang off each other. And yeah, just the hole closes up. There's a car low. Car's low, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he needs to go talk to the spotter because there was Carlo right there, and that probably wasn't the best place to be at that moment. Well, Ian Brisky, he's still in this race. Had a couple incidents, but hey, car's still alive. You still have a chance to really get out there. But with that caution, Wyatt Dooling and Rainbow Peasy still control. James Coffey ran down back to third. So those Army guys are really working together right now, really controlling the pack from the front.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of maybe fuel saving. I know beforehand we thought maybe you could go 22, 23 laps. So I think we're seeing a lot of those checkups that have caused a couple of these wrecks. Maybe from folks either not preparing for the run that you get behind somebody, that you just kind of get a massive push up to the car in front of you. You have to check up, and once it's just sort of an accordion effect from that happening. But it could also be from folks trying to save a little bit of fuel. We got a couple cautions now. Some folks have come down pit road under that last caution to get a little bit of fuel. Garrett Kinder came down, Claire Sis, J.R. Hudson, and then some others for damage repair. So some guys already taking the fuel, to heart and saying, hey, look, we got to make one stop, but we're going to make it as long as we can. If, once we get to a certain time period, here comes the leaders down pit road to get some fuel.
Yep, Army really following themselves with their strategy. So the top three are Army guys come down. And I do see some other Army guys and the Marines coming down. So both Armies and Marines working on some strategy. Hopefully they can get some fuel strategy going as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to pit, you obviously want to pit under yellow flag. You don't want to pit under green. But I think everybody's got to make one more stop. If I'm not wrong, I think they can make, you said, about 23 laps. So that's a 2-stop race if you're not saving. So these guys just trying to make it a 1-stop race. If you haven't pitted, it's going to be pretty close. So maybe these guys just trying to make sure they can do that. But I think the cautions are still going to be happening here soon. I don't think we're going to have a whole green flag run to the end here. It seems like everybody's getting a little antsy, especially with such a big field. So I don't really know what the strategy call is here for the Army guys coming down pit road, but maybe just go ahead and get ahead of that fuel train.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, Jake, you love running Talladega in the next gen cars. What do you think? What would you be thinking right now, 10 laps in? What would you want to do as to try to keep yourself up front?
My strategy for any plate race, whether it be at like Daytona or here at Talladega, is I just want to get settled in. I want to get comfortable. I want to find a spot to where it is making my mind at ease, and I normally sit on the inside line and just kind of ride it out for about the first half of the race. So coming down pit road, making sure I have fuel, topping off every caution that we have is definitely a must in my book. And then towards the second half of the race, I start to be a little bit more aggressive in the moves that I make. I tend not to be on that outside line whatsoever, because that's just not where I'm personally comfortable at. I know a few drivers that are on the GLR team love to be on that outside line, and kudos to them, but it's just definitely not for me.
I mean, I'd like the outside at Talladega with these next-gen cars. The only issue is that if there's a wreck that happens, physics will always dominate, and that car is going to either come up or it's going to come down. So being on the outside is really hard to decide where you need to go if something like that happens in front of you. Well, I think pace car lights are going to be going out. Yes, indeed, pace car lights are out. So one lap to green for the drivers right here. We're going to get started with about 39 to go when they cross the line. Looking through this top 10, I do see a few familiar drivers. One driver that's now starting to put his name into the picture, Ryan Pendleton, U.S. Navy, Ryan Pendleton, now coming into the picture. And if I remember from the spring race, Ryan likes to sneak up right at the end and make his presence known. So I'm very surprised early in this race, Ryan Pendleton's already up there.
As he disappears off the track. I think
I think I'm bad luck today.
Yeah. Just stop talking about them at all, I guess. Just don't mention anybody by name. Talk about the pace car. Maybe the pace car will go away. I think smart racers in these races are always looking to practice for that final run. We all know that we're just kind of chilling until the last lap anyway, but you need to position yourself up towards front, but you also need to find who you can work with, who works well with you. If you got your teammates in chat, you want to make sure that you're working together, learning how the runs work. How much can you push before the engine gets too hot? Those are all things you have to do at some point, because if it gets down to the end, you need to be able to execute. So if you're not trying to figure out how do I get to the front from the back here in this early part of the race, you need to figure it out soon. It'll be invaluable information when it comes down to check cashing time.
You really hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's a chess move every single time. So I know these drivers are really thinking about what's going to happen in 20 laps, 30 laps, where we get down if it's 10 laps to go. What are these drivers doing? But I do know that pace car is going away. So clearly I'm doing something right. Drivers are coming into the tri-oval. Timothy Williams has control of the field. We'll see how far he'll take it until he goes restart zone right there, presented by Extreme Scoring. And Timothy Williams is off with we got a little car out of wax in the back, but Timothy Williams with a huge start, but not the best thing to happen at Talladega. If in these draft tracks, you do want to have some control of the line behind. So, but it looks like everybody else is spread out, and the back is really trying to figure it out.
Yeah, Ryan Pendleton blinked out right before the start, and I think it scared everybody on that outer line. You can see just how spread out everybody is. Timothy Williams, Dakota Cole, tickled about that as Chuck Phelps goes up to the outside line, just kind of letting her breathe a little bit as he's got Skylar Daly behind him and trying to figure out if he wants to jump up there and lead that line that Doug Ellingson is in right now. You see Skylar Daly move up to that second line to try to lead that. You want to be out front. That's the best place to be in a line. So he's trying to get Doug Ellingson to give him a push, give him the old wave. Come on. Doug Ellingson says no.
I mean, definitely push me. Come on, that's probably the same thing I'm saying right now in the car. But really, these drivers like you said, they have a short memory. I'm looking at these drivers right now, and they're just gunning for position left and right, trying to figure out where the clean air is, who they want to push with, where's their teammates at. And that's just a great shot right there. I love these Talladega Daytona shots where they just see the cars roll by right there. But into the backstretch, 3x3, and the bottom line is moving like a locomotive train right now.
Yeah, Skylar Daly gets hung out to dry just a little bit. It's going to fall to the back as he got a huge run on the outside, but you can see the parachute that kind of comes out if you don't have help, and you get a massive run, but as soon as you pull out, you'll drop like a rock if you don't have any help. And I'll tell you, there is a fun little trick to do. The side draft of these cars is so massive that you can actually pull cars apart if they're connected and pushing. You can lean over on that second car on the left rear or the right rear quarter panel and actually pull that car off of the back bumper of the car ahead, and it could be a way of manipulating other cars. One of the reasons I love this draft model is it gives you so many tools as a driver if you know how to use them.
I mean, I'm always thinking about the side draft, but the problem is the side draft here. Some drivers know when you're doing it, and sometimes they don't like it when you're that close, which can create a wreck that nobody wants to see. So it's a little game of cat and mouse, trying to figure it out, but it looks like these drivers are playing the safe game right now. Everybody's in single line, trying to save a little fuel. Like you said, trying to work out maybe a one-stop race for this race. I mean, coming into lap 15, Timothy Williams still in control since the restart. We have the 31 car of Cole coming in here and looking at these beautiful cameras right here. Chuck Pegleg Phelps with his guns out. Bobby Bender with his Marines flag in the back. Charles Aber, our favorite Army tank commander. And Thaddeus Friel, the impersonator No, doesn't look like he only has the mustache. He grew out his beard this time. So Thaddeus Frail out there. We love seeing these guys on cam. It's great to see them out here on track as well.
I'll tell you what, seeing Chuck Phelps, on that cam, we should do a mini warrior spotlight, for these guys. And Chuck Phelps was a sergeant in the Marines for the longest time. He's split his career between Army and Marines. He served as an infantryman in the Marines. He has 4 combat tours, 3 in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. So thank you, Chuck, for all you do, all you did, and keep on trucking on, brother.
Chuck's locked in too. You can see he looked over at the camera. He felt like he was being watched, and he kind of looked over at the cam, and but you can see he is locked in, trying to hold it right on that yellow line, trying to stay in that draft of Dakota Cole and stay in that position. He's in my favorite position of this type of race. You want to be third in line because you don't have to push. You don't have to be the guy that's making your engine hot, by getting too close to the car. You kind of just chill back there and help push the line. These guys that are falling back a little bit, you've got a second pack led by Christopher Heiner, and you can see they're all kind of all over the place, trying to figure out who's going where. You see Patrick Dravick there on the outside, the 53 or 52 of Matt Weber's there down on the bottom. They're all kind of disjointed. And as of the last lap, Christopher Heiner was running a 50.730, and the leaders, Timothy Williams, 50.4. So they are losing time, not working together. And that's where that third car in line can make a difference for the second pack. And you see they're still broke up as Patrick Dravick trying to get them to work together a little bit here.
Yeah, they work together indeed, but these drivers are like, hey, you might not be my teammate, so I'm not really worried about helping you right now. But it's looking crazy. But like you said, Chuck Phelps is in the best position. And if you remember from the spring race, he was in the same exact position, running up top in either third place or first place. So I'm sure lessons learned from that race is going through his head right now, trying to see when the best move is available.
Oh, for sure. But with still a little over half of the race to go, I'm trying to put myself in Chuck's mind where I just want to settle in right here and not make any strenuous, moves, and not try to, go to that outside, and just be comfortable right here.
Oh!
Because
Skylar Daly wrecking on the backstretch.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Right in front of some other cars, and they're going to dodge him. Holy moly.
I think we got a little, almost a secondary wreck right there that happened. But, man, not one of my Navy guys right there. So we're going to look at what happened. They're coming down the backstretch, though. I know the High Line had a huge run going there. Doug Ellington behind. And it looks like Skyler had to check up. Doug went up just not to hit him, and it just cascaded from there.
Yeah, then look at that. Oh, my goodness. Somebody barely making it through there. We'll watch it again from a different angle. And I want to know who was that driver that barely missed the 22 as he comes raiding back down the track. Oh, my God.
That is...
I don't know who these they have the numbers are wrong on these cars. People have the wrong numbers, so I can't find them. I see their car on the track, but I don't know who they are. There's like a green 50 something. I don't know who that is. It's Sean Lobos. It says 53, and it is the 53. Yep. So I guess he has the right number. Sorry, Sean.
Hey, yeah, I was going to say Sean.
Let's watch on board with him. On board with Sean.
Down the backstretch with the first responders right there. They all start checking up, and everybody splits to just avoid Skyler coming back down.
Oh. Great job by everybody missing that. It was great.
Oh, definitely change into the brown pants on that moment. That was scary.
Yeah, like I said, when physics takes over, you don't know where that car is going, and you just have to make that decision and stick with it. And it looked like Lobos decided where he was going to go and stuck with it. Well, boys, third caution of the night. Timothy Williams in the Air Force controlling the field, and it looks like some of these cars are going to top off again. And this might be that one pit stop that can take them to the end if we were to go green for the rest of this race.
I would say yes. I would definitely position myself to be like third, fourth, fifth car back in the lead, drafting behind somebody. That way I could save more fuel than that lead car.
Well, still a little bit too far away, I think, to make it on one stop. I mean, you have caution after caution. Maybe it's possible, but I think there's still going to be one more pit stop, and I sure would love to have a green flag stop to see who can do it the best. But you can see it's getting real busy here on pit road. Everybody getting a lot of fuel. Only a couple 4-tire takers. Not really needing tires here at Talladega, but might as well take them. You got them down there. You paid for them. You know, Goodyear's not going to take them back, so you got to put them on there.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I like taking tires once in a while here at Talladega. Just you think you have extra grip, there might be extra grip, but I'll take the tires if I'm in the position. That's not really going to affect me going up or down, and then we'll see what happens from there.
I'll tell you what. Let's pull Patrick Dravick up into the booth and let's talk to him and get his thoughts on having this series off the ground before we go green. And good Lord, we're far away trying to pull somebody up into the booth. Let's get him up in here real quick. Pat, this is Eddie, Sam, and Jake in the booth. Man, we've been watching. This has been a crazy race so far. You had that second pack moving, but we don't want to talk about the race right now. I just kind of want to talk about just the pinch me moment of finally getting a Warrior-only series here on Goat Locker. Kind of talk about your thoughts and reflect a little bit on that.
Yeah, I mean, how cool is this? I mean, we've been a veteran nonprofit for the past 3 years, and this has just been an idea and a dream and everything else to be able to put this together like this. And it's been incredibly well received. And to watch all the chatter coming into tonight's race was the best part to me, because you saw the guys on Army Team 1 kind of talking trash, and you know, Army Team 2's talking trash, and the Marines are eating crayons and getting after it, and poor Conrad's jumping through the puddles. He's so excited. I mean, it's just been awesome.
Well, and you know, you're
awesome.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
No, it was, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, but I mean, Pat, it's great to see you guys out here. I love the paint scheme. Kind of jealous. I might steal it from you for the fall session, but it's great to see all these different branches out here really representing and really working together out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. And this is what we're about here at Goat Locker Racing. It's a place for veterans and first responders and those that support what we do to come out here, have some fun, be a part of the community, find that brotherhood again. And for tonight, I mean, this is just the capstone of a lot of work. And I got to give a lot of credit to Jake Ellingson, who put a ton of work into this, and Jamie Mullins as well, who put a ton of work into this. They took an idea and finally said, we're going to make this happen, and did. And how incredible is this to see all these paint schemes and everything out here tonight? It's phenomenal.
All right, we're going to let you go. Good luck out there. You want to give us any Navy secrets about how y'all are going to attack this race?
With my foot all the way to the floor. That's how I'm going to attack it.
Perfect. Good luck, man.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Sure. Well, sounds like he's pumped up right now.
I'll tell you what, he's no different in team chats in the spring and fall seasons, man. He's always motivating all of us on the team to get moving and keeping us calm. And there's no better teammate than Patrick Dravick.
But if you don't know anything about GLR, if you're just watching for the first time, just want to highlight, I mean, Goat Locker is a racing league, but it's a racing league second. And it's been just a long road of trying to unite veterans and first responders and all those that support them into one umbrella. And then it's just kind of blossomed into real life with a nonprofit and so much work that they do, Pat, Jamie, everybody from the top all the way down, all the board, just incredible work for veterans and first responders. And this is just another notch in their bedpost, in my opinion. Just a really, really great night.
Sure. Yeah, it's awesome. I love Goat Locker's mission, and this is really what it's all about, just helping these guys out, have fun. And the green flag is dropped, and in the Extreme Restart Zone, Timothy Wills, once again, will control it with a big launch out from the restart zone. But it looks like the high side is together. Let's see if they work together. Nope, they go down low. So everybody back single line. Hopefully everybody can work. And Chuck Phelps really trying to handle that arrow between both Army cars. looks like these guys squared out, and the bottom line will prevail.
Tell you what, that number 7 of Charles Abert was really trying to push Chuck, to get up there. And Chuck decided he was going to come down, but now he's going to come back out to the outside and try to gain a spot or stay out there. Personally, I would love to see Chuck stay on the inside and stay in that 3rd spot.
Well, he got a run, and he got a big push from Charles Abert and just immediately went out, and I think Charles wasn't ready for it, and they got disconnected, and you could see just how in trouble Chuck was. But now they get back connected in the 51 of who knows who. I don't know who that is. Is that Wyatt Dooling?
That would be Wyatt Dooling.
Okay, yeah. So he's the 36 on the scoreboard, but 51 on the track, and you can see they get connected, and they got a big push there, but just having trouble staying connected as the front 3 kind of pull out, and you can see Patrick Dravick not going down to the inside, but there was a car there. Oh my goodness, almost makes contact. I don't know who that was with, maybe Claire Sisk.
Looks
But
like
my goodness, woo! Somebody's wall riding up there.
Kevin Price is wall riding up there.
And caution out on the track as it looks like some cars have gone around. I don't know.
I must have been in the back of the pack. It was a really late caution flag right there.
Oh, yeah. Armando Melgoza going around. We kind of were watching all that kind of happen. That's that accordion effect I was talking about earlier. You see everybody started to check up. Armando Melgoza just slams on the brake. That's the one thing you don't want to do, just freak out. And, man, he goes through the grass in contact with the 68 as well. I don't know who that is, but. Who are these people?
Driver numbers. I was like, some of these driver numbers aren't really.
If you want us to call you out, put the right number on there. There he goes. He's going for a ride. As you can see, a couple drivers. I don't know who the was. I think it's 26 of DJ Patterson kind of weaves his way through that. Let's go on board with him. On board DJ Patterson.
Yeah, DJ in his Army car with the pack right in front of him. I think the action is going to happen right there. Yeah, Melgoza hits down, and yeah, what is he?
Oh.
Whoa.
The Red Seas part. Yeah, the Red Seas parted, and he drove right through. Never lifted. Wow.
All right, what are we doing here, crew chief? We got 24 laps. We're going to have a couple more under caution. Do you come down and get that last little bit of fuel to maybe make it to the end from here?
I'm telling you what, I'm definitely coming down for that extra splash of fuel. I'm coming down this lap, and then I'm coming down before we go green, because every bit of fuel is going to matter from this point forward, especially if we have any green right checkers at the end. I'm taking every advantage I can.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there. I'm thinking about green white checker fuel now. At this point, we should have enough fuel to get to the end of the race. And I don't want to be that guy who's in a green white checker situation and doesn't have the fuel. But it looks like a lot of the top 10, even the top 15, maybe all the way up to the top 20, decides to stay out. So maybe some of these drivers do have the fuel, and they're just banking on more cautions to help increase that fuel mileage for them.
Yeah, our fuel calculation may be off just a little bit, because I would expect if it was even close, everybody coming down pit road, but it doesn't seem like there are. It's just like Daniel Parks and Josh Unger coming down pit road for now, and a couple more.
Yeah, it looks like some guys are coming down to get their repairs done, maybe use that fast repair. But yeah, it looks like majority of the field decided to stay out, and I guess they have the fuel, or maybe they think that there'll be more cautions and they don't really need to worry about splashing more for fuel. So we'll see how this all plays out. I mean, looking through this field, there's a lot of people. I mean, Chuck Phelps did get out of line, but he's still in that top 10. So he could work his way back up. Looks like the Army guys have pretty much came together. I see a couple first responders out there. Christopher Heiner being one of them, and then Garrett Kinder also being one of them. So good to see our first responder drivers starting to show up in this top 5 battle.
Yeah, let's give a shout out. We gave a shout out to the Air Force and the Army, but then you got the Marine 1 team, Bobby Bender, Chuck Phelps, David Calvert, and Kyle Deering. And then you got Marine 2, Dakota Cole, Ian Brisky, Michael Johns, and Thaddeus Friel Jr. And on the Navy side, you got Bill Molefield, Brian Provo, Matt Bove, and Patrick Dravick, Ryan Pendleton, and Skylar Daly. And on the first responder, you got Claire Sis, Christopher Heiner, Daniel Parks, Darren Price, and Nick Myers for your first responder Team 1. And then Team 2 is Alan Smith, Garrett Kinder, Kevin Price, and Mike Browning, and the aforementioned Coast Guard lone wolf, Conrad Whedon.
Hey man, my brother is a Coast Guard guy, so I have all the support for Conrad out there, man. Coast Guard guys, after hanging out with my brother and his friends a lot, I respect those guys out there. They do a lot of things behind the scenes that we don't really see on a day-to-day basis. But if you're out there on a fishing boat and something happens, the Coast Guard is going to be there to help. So shout out to Conrad and what he does.
Well, my favorite thing is he said people offered him to come and be on their teams, and he said no. He said not a chance. I'm not joining any one of your teams. I'm going to be on my own.
And I tell you what, for the last 2 months, I blew up Conrad about pairing him with another team, and he just didn't want to. He was like, I'm going to do this by myself. If other Coast Guard members join, I'll be glad to team up with them. But, man, he was so gung-ho about doing this by himself and being on a team. And I just can't give him enough credit for taking on that mission himself. And speaking of which, Conrad was an operations specialist 3rd class. He was a tactical command and controls expert that coordinates in response to wide variety of Coast Guard missions.
Yeah, sounds about what the Coast Guard does. But yeah, no, it's awesome to have somebody representing the coasties out here. Really, really excited to see what Conrad does. He is part of some other racing leagues I've seen him in, so it's great to see him out here racing again. But Eddie, I heard you say Alan Smith was part of the first responders group. Where's your dad tonight?
He had to work, so he's watching. So he'll not be here tonight, but glad to see he wants to be a part of this group. I know he's bummed that he won't be able to race here tonight, but he'll show up and show out at some point. That's for sure. As far as this race goes, man, I'm interested to see if we ever get some serious racing going. It seems like it just hasn't been able to get up to speed and get the racing, get a couple lines moving. Everybody playing a little timid right now, so I don't know about what lap the wick kind of gets turned up, but I'm expecting if they can make it to the end on fuel that you're going to start to see guys move up to the front that've been hanging around in the back.
Yeah. We'll hope.
Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, my bad, man. Yeah, but I mean, with the fuel strategy going on, we'll see if people start turning up and more cautions happen, or everybody starts to get into line, and we'll start seeing a little bit more calm action going on. But Timothy Wells with a huge start once again for this field. All the Army guys get in line, so Army team is hooked up together. I think there's a Marine with them and a Sheriff as well with them, so they're going to figure out how to get past the Air Force right here. Or as they would say, the Air Force leads the Army into battle sometimes. So we'll see what happens in here.
I'll tell you what, seeing Garrett Kinder up there in that 3rd spot, I haven't raced with Garrett in a really long time, but I know he's a very calm, collected driver, and he just wants to be out here having fun and having an exciting race. So it's good to see him running up in that 3rd spot.
Yeah, and he almost got turned as Wyatt Dooling really being aggressive with the side drafts, with pushes from behind. Wyatt Dooling says, I'm tired of this riding in a line. I'm going to make this work. And you can see James Kaufman comes disconnected from Timothy Williams. Now we're going to have a battle up front. You can see a big push from behind.
Yeah, and number one at Christopher Heiner's really giving the bumper into Wyatt Dooling. I don't know what his temperatures are like, but I know they climb super fast.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a great point right there, Jake. Sitting real close to these bumpers for a long period of time, they do have to look at their temperatures, not blow up in the middle of the pack, really screwing other drivers.
Been racing around Christopher Heiner for a long time. He definitely... Oh, my God! Somebody flying up into the outside wall. I don't know who that was, but good Lord. Darren, I think it was Darren Price.
Was that...
Space Force! The Space Force!
I think that was Daniel Parks acting like he was in the Space Force. He helicoptered across that fence.
Let's take a look at this. You can see the accordion effect kind of happening. Oh, and he makes a little bit of contact and right up into the outside wall.
Somebody
That
check
is a
on
tough
Daniel
hit.
Parks real quick, man. Woo. God, it looked like he had a huge run going to 3, and it's just like some of these drivers really trying not to hit other cars, or you see a little gap and go for it, and then the other driver decides to come back down, and there goes the chain reaction for the wreck.
You can see Unger kind of move up just a little bit as that checkup, like you said, and Daniel Parks I don't think wanted to go to the inside, but like it just happened so fast when Unger, tried to move and avoid and then come back down, and it was just too late at that point.
Yeah, too late indeed. Well, I mean, with these cautions, it's just fuel mileage just being helped out for these drivers. Really, they don't really have to worry about burning as much fuel. They're saving, and you probably won't see cars come down onto pit road anymore if these cautions happen like this.
Well,
Well,
so far it's been a little weird. I don't know if this has been good racing just yet, but I'm expecting that to change here soon. It's just been sort of about a lap or two getting up to speed and then just mess from there. And here's the question that I was having about this fuel strategy, and it seems like
whoa.
Timothy Williams says, hey, we're going to stay out, and then James Kaufman and a few others are going to stay out on track, maybe try to make it by doing a little bit of clutching.
Yeah, it looks like James Kaufman and Wyatt Dooling and Charles Abert. So 3 Army guys, I believe, staying out, and they must be part of an Army team. Let me go double check real quick. And yeah, it looks like a team call was made right there between those guys, and they're gonna go for it, like you said.
Well, I love it. I love having different strategies. I can tell you, and I'm sure you know this already, Sam, is being up front in these races is not always the safest. You're never safe anywhere on the track. I mean, gosh, you could be on the backstretch by yourself and somebody come flying out of the infield and smack you in the face at Talladega. So you're never really safe at this track. But if you want a chance to win, you got to be up front. You can hang around in the back for the first half of the race if that's what you want to do, and you can kind of chill and try to miss some of the wrecks that happen early. But at some point, you got to make the drive up towards the front. You got to get up there, and you got to start controlling lanes. And right now, we saw early, the Army guys are able to control both lanes. I'm curious to see if they try to keep that going, get those good starts, get out ahead as that line starts to come. One of them jump out and try to lead that line and control the race. That's what you want to do. If you ever lose control of the race, it gets really bad quickly. The other night, I was racing Daytona. I was second in line. We didn't get a great start. The bottom car just was not going the way we needed to. The outside line was able to get 2 or 3 cars. I look up, a caution comes out. Now I'm 7th. So if you're not controlling the race, you're not trying to stay up front, making moves, doing what you need to do, you can find yourself mid-pack in the mess really quick. So I think they're trying to do a call to stay up front and control this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head right here. I mean, and especially in the next-gen cars, it is so difficult to get runs, get past without something happening in front of you. So if you're a Kaufman, Wyatt Dooling, or Aber, being up front with teammates helps so much. I had one of my teammates right behind me in our spring race, and it just was so much better to control the race from the front. But like you said, even in the front, things happen. You don't know what that car behind is thinking. They may leave you to dry, leave you hanging on a lap, and you're screwed, and you have to figure out something else. So just because you're in the front, it's not guaranteed that you'll stay up front, but it's a hell of a lot better than being in maybe 15th and dealing with other cars on different strategies.
Yeah, it's like being on the interstate. You got 3 lanes, and all 3 of them are filled with big rigs. Where are you gonna go? You're going nowhere. You're going home, I guess, probably to go into stopping at the Chevron and trying to get you a snack or something. You're not winning the race. So if the track is blocked, you're not doing it. You're not getting up there and winning this race. So you got to be making moves here. We saw some people do that. Patrick Rabbit was kind of making moves there, moving from the bottom to the top and just trying to keep that momentum going forward. And then, Garrett Kinder, who we saw up there in 3rd, now is back in 8th. Of course, the pit stops kind of reflect that. But it's just you want to do what you can do to stay up front. That's why you'll see those guys pull out in front of the lines that are getting big runs on the outside or the bottom to try to control those lanes.
Yeah, and you do see some of these drivers. This is probably their first time really with close pack racing, and this series is to help teach these guys as well how to handle pack racing, especially with the next gen cars and how aero dependent they are. Just being in the wrong place with your nose, maybe a quarter inch left or a quarter inch right, may slow you guys down compared to the line above or that side draft was doing their thing or whatnot. So I'm glad to see some of these guys out here kind of applying those lessons as they go. Hopefully they can bring themselves to the front. But I mean, looking at this field, there are some veteran players out here: Patrick Dravitt, Timothy Wilms, Chuck Phelps, Bobby Bender is now starting to pop up in this picture right here. So it's good to see even Bobby Bender hop up into these hop up into the top 15 as well. Well, Eddie, I think we're gonna try again. This time it's James Kaufman that's gonna lead the line, not Timothy Wilms. So James Kaufman.
Oh, the wrecking. The wrecking behind. Oh my God! No.
God. I feel like every time I say something, it just something bad.
Yeah, Dakota Cole going around. Saw it right at the last second. I'm assuming it's just some sort of checkup. You see the gaps right there. You need to be tight. You ever see a race, you see them in real life in NASCAR saying, get tight, get tight. This is why that happens, because when these checkups happen, you're not able to catch up and slow up in time, and it's just a disaster. The 76 of Jonathan Lawless. And to be fair to Jonathan, this is what he sees. I'm going to back it up so I can explain. He can really only see what's in front of him. He can't see, and he doesn't see that there's a massive gap there. And I was trying to make it look better, and it didn't. But it's not easy. It's easier when you're looking from a bird's eye view to do these restarts sometimes. And yeah, it's how quickly things can go wrong, even at 50, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, I am the restart master, so I know how it feels. I know how it feels.
Well, Sam, you gotta get to the pace speed first before you restart.
Okay, Brandon Wallace, we got it.
Yeah, but piggybacking off of what Eddie said, I mean, it's definitely hard. I mean, especially in pack racing, you want to be right up on the person in front of you, and if that checkup happens, I mean, you have a millisecond to, either hit or miss, and either way, I mean, it's not a very good outcome for anybody in that situation.
All right. Well, maybe we get to go get some green flag laps. I'm hoping to see some really good racing. It just hasn't materialized just yet. We've seen some really good, battling up towards the front, but it's just been guys feeling each other out. So, Sam, I'm ready to see some good racing. I think we're going to get it right here.
Gonna get it right here. James Kaufman gonna lead the line. That's the first time I'm seeing him up front lead the line. So it's gonna be different for when he lets go. Homing up to the restart zone. Real close. He's holding it late. And James Kaufman is off. So a late restart by him, late call. Might be a team call for those Army guys. But Charles Aber in line, and they get separated. Top three are separated. I'm expecting Wyatt Dooling to get down low, and yes, he does. Wyatt Dooling down low, and Team Army controlling the top three. Bottom line starting to form up, and the top line starting to get together. We'll see if we get some good pack racing.
Big push from Charles Abert to the 25 of James Kaufman as they're pushing, trying to stay out front. See, the bottom line has all the numbers. A little bit nervous action here towards the middle as they can feel that outside line. It gets almost claustrophobic as I can't see who that is on the outside line, but they're trying to get that second lane rolling.
Timothy Williams. Yeah, it looks like Timothy Williams is trying to get back up front. He was the one first down on pit road. That might be scary. Nope, Timothy Williams. I was correct the first time. Yeah, Timothy Williams trying to hold that top line together. He has Garrett Kinder pushing him from behind. If they can stay all tight together, four cars connect, they're going to get up front real quick. That outside line is really good, especially with that side draft on the bottom line.
Yeah, they'll start to, and then I tell you what, Kinder says, I guess we're not going anywhere, and decides to pull out, as that's going to hurt both of their chances as they were just starting to try to generate that run. That inside line was going to start having to check up, and Garrett Kinder maybe not feeling comfortable or not really sure what the reason was pulling out, but you can see that parachute on his car just immediately. Now he's falling all the way back out close to outside the top 10, almost top 15.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge run on the top line right now. I don't really know who that car is on the top line, but they are getting the energy now in the top line. I see in the back they're 3 wide. I really wouldn't want to be 3 wide right now. Just get together, work it out, and you might get yourself back up to the front.
So that was Jacob Lenke sliding in right there from the outside, and he's making his way back up, which is good to see. He always says that he makes his own mistakes, but he's really pushing that issue, riding in that 6th spot right now.
Now we're side by side for the lead, and that's going to draw everybody back up here as Wyatt Dooling back out to the front. He's got a big push from behind. Is he going to go to the bottom and clear that bottom line, or is he going to stay up top with his help? He's waiting for the help to clear. That's the 19 of Andy Carnes, and they get clear, and here they go down to the bottom.
Yeah, here they go down to the bottom. Top line is moving, but some of these cars, when they get up to the front, they immediately go down to the bottom lines. Oh, huge wreck in the back. Huge wreck in the back. And Timothy Wilms is part of that.
Timothy Wilms, Bobby Bender. Oh, and my goodness, a 68 of – who is a 68? Oh, my God, they're still wrecking.
I think that's Kinder. They're still wrecking. I think Kinder was right there that just slammed the wall. Huge.
Somebody find me the 68. Who is the 68? I don't know who it is. No idea.
Oh, man. I saw Garrett Kinder. I saw Kevin Price. I saw Timothy Wills. Timothy Wills was in the meat of that one.
So we're
going to check out the instant replay, right?
Yeah, we're going to watch here. As you can see, the 22 of Skylar Daly get a big run, and the 59 of J.R. Hudson pushing behind the 26 G.J. Patterson up on that high side, and you see that the side draft pulls Timothy Wilm back. Now they're side by side, and then it's just dominoes there as big hit for the 35 of David Calvert. Timothy Wilms, and oh man, yeah, I think you're right. I think Garrett Kinder got a piece of that.
Yeah, Garrett Kinder definitely got the piece of that, but who is the 68? I still don't know
I
who the
have
68
no idea
is.
that we have no 68 as far as I can tell. We're going to go forward with Garrett Kinder and see what it was like. He almost missed this wreck, then it just kind of come down and clipped him. Right. That wasn't Garrett Kinder at all. Who's the other sheriff car? I have no idea.
Yeah, the 68 is Darren Price.
Okay. There we go.
All
right. Now let's go forward with Darren Price, the a.k.a. the 23 car. You can see they're kind of riding back here in the back. I don't know if it's intentional or if it just missed the draft. And you can see the wreck is happening. You would love to just come to a stop here, but man, and that's exactly why, because good grief. Oof.
That's a hard hit right there.
Oh, and who was that?
Right
Who was wrecking after the fact? My goodness. Let's see if we can find out who that was that's spinning across the track. Oh, I think it was your dad. The 58 of Doug Ellingson. I think he saved it.
I think he saved it. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks like he
he tail slapped it and saved the car. I like it. Let's go back and watch that again.
That's a little paint scrap.
I think he definitely meant to do that. Watch this.
And that's a scary situation when 4 cars are coming down. Great avoidance by him. Really great.
It's loose on the bumps, and look at this. Doop.
Yeah. Show off Doug Ellingson.
Little bit of aero help on that right rear there.
I mean, that was great avoidance by him. Multiple times he could have been caught up, and he wasn't able to get past it. So that's really great to see that.
So we're getting close to 10 laps to go. We'll definitely be under 10 laps to go when we take the green flag. James Kaufman out front. I think fuel is the non-issue anymore, as we've had enough caution laps to really negate any kind of fuel saving. So we're going to see him go 100% think from here on out, I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts. I think it's just going to be who can make that outside line work, how long it will take, and if we can stay green long enough for it to materialize. The only reason why it materialized there is because they pulled out up at the front and kind of, pulled everybody back and caused the little slow up. But I'm just curious who can make that outside line work. I need to see these teams get together and start to push as a unit.
Yeah, push as a unit right there. And then honestly, under 10 laps to go, drivers might be a little bit more risky. I mean, they've been risky all night, but a lot of risky moves that you may not make with this 40 laps to go are going to happen now if we're under 10 to go. Well, it seems like Team Army is really controlling the field right now. I'm not 100% sure if they're Army 2 or Army 3 or Army 1, but looks like these Army guys really are sticking together, and then probably on the last lap they're like every man for himself, for every team for himself, to be more specific.
Yeah, Timothy Williams. Go ahead.
Jacob Lenke in that fifth spot is in Army 2 with Randall Peasley in Army 1. They might get connected up just to be Army buddies for a little bit, try to get in front of the field with James Kaufman. And I'll tell you what, Jim Kaufman, he's been an amazing plate racer, the last couple seasons here at GLR as well.
Yeah, and I see Patrick Drabick is now pulled up, so I'm sure Patrick wants Skyler to get connected with them so he can have some Navy guys helping each other. But like you said, these Army guys are really controlling the field from the front.
If I'm like for right now, Pat being sort of the sole Navy guy up at the front, you kind of worry how much trash did I talk during the week, Then now I'm in a position where I hope somebody will work with me and go with me, but maybe I talked a little bit too much trash. I don't have any friends up here. So I think whenever you're getting a situation like Pat is, I think you just lock onto the front bumper of James Kaufman and just push and just hope that it works out in your favor, because you're not going to get any help from behind.
Not going to get any help, but I mean, these Army guys are really fast. They're really hooked up, so maybe it's just better to be on the bottom and wait till it's about 2 to go and then start making your moves. Probably that's when the other guys are going to make their moves as well. Oh, man, looking at this field, Frederick Seagraves is now into the top 10. I'm seeing Frederick Seagraves. Great to see him up there. Another driver that we haven't really talked about, Joshua Jackson. Really, really great road driver in our sports car series here at GLR. This guy's in the top 10 for ovals. I didn't even know he was in the Army. That is awesome to see right there.
Great actor. He was a actor on Dawson's Creek. He was in Fringe, The Mighty Ducks also. Joshua Jackson.
Well, James Kaufman's going to lead the field in the tri-oval again. Last restart, he did a really, really late restart, was able to have a huge jump. I don't know if these Army guys are going to do the thing, and he does a late restart once again. James Kaufman, little checkup in the back, but it looks like the outside line is a little bit better hooked up, and James is going to go right to the top. Whoa.
Patrick Drabick all by himself down at the bottom, as Kaufman going to come down and block that off. So now it's side by side between Randall Peasley and Patrick Drabick, but Drabick not having the help of Jacob Lemke just yet, as Heiner hooked up with the 63, able to get to the right rear quarter panel, but here comes Patrick Drabick to the back of the 25.
Oh, 3 wide into the back of Skyler Daly.
That was a huge push by Patrick Drabick on the backstretch to get Kaufman back up there and to get Link back up. Keep up with the pack, and I'll tell you what, Conrad Whedon coming in hot in that top 10.
Let's go.
Two lines.
Show it for all the coasties.
2 lines starting to form here as Kaufman now moves up to block the outside line, and that's going to give Patrick Drabick the lead down on the bottom with the help of the 37 of Jacob Lemke. We are getting racy now, boys. Now getting down to under 10 laps to go. Kaufman stretches his legs and goes right out to the front.
Yeah, this is the best pack racing we've seen all night. 2x2 going down the backstretch. James Kaufman able to get up front, block Randall Peasley from getting up there with him. Christopher Heiner controlling the high side now, and there goes Chuck Phelps once again up to the front. He knows how to get up to the front here at Talladega. I'm excited to see if he can get up there and control the field as well. Ooh,
Yeah,
a
big
lot of close
pushes.
driving.
Yeah, you can see here comes Garrett Kinder pushing Chuck, and I can tell you right now, Chuck winning this race would be a huge a crowd favorite. We always seem to kind of pull for Chuck, and I don't know, I feel bad for everybody else. It's Kaufman now down to the inside. What's he going to do?
No.
They give him some room. He's going to try to come back up on the track, but he has no help, and he loses a ton of momentum. But they are able to stay green. No wreck as of yet, though. It's 3 wide, but Skylar Daly, again, in the middle of his 3 wide situation as Randall Peasley going to come down and block that middle lane, but Skylar Daly still trying to put his nose right there in the middle.
I know Skylar really wants to get hooked up and get to the front. Claire Fifth controlling that line. Looks like a front. Chuck Phelps is actually into second. We got other cars in front of Claire, but Chuck Phelps pushing the leader, Christopher Heiner, up to the front. Great. Ooh, a little touch of the apron by Patrick Drapic. That is close to causing a wreck right there, but good recovery by him.
Look at the run that Garrett Kinder is going to get on the outside. He's going to get out front, and then all of a sudden just parachute comes out. He's going to get Claire Sisk to the back bumper, give him a little push, but that's going to kind of check up that outside line. Here comes the third line starting to be formed with Andy Carnes at the helm.
I'll tell you what, the aggressiveness of these drivers is ramping up with just under 7 laps to go. It's getting down to money time.
Somebody's motor blew. Chuck Phelps. Chuck Phelps' motor blown, pushing too much, and Chuck Phelps out of this one.
No, and huge wreck happening right now in the front stretch after that. Whoa. Coming across the start-finish line, I saw a taggle of 3 cars get together. I don't know if they were trying to avoid Chuck in that situation, but so hard to see Chuck Phelps blow his motor right there. Really was pushing.
Yeah, he pushed for just a little bit too long. It was too early to be pushing that hard. You could see that it was starting to fade a little bit as that outside line was still moving, and you're going to see the 20 make contact. That's the 20 of, I think, Conrad Weeding, I do believe, makes contact with Frederick Seagraves and sends him around. That brings out our 7th caution of the night.
Yeah, I'm not blaming Conrad on that. We're not going to blame this old guy. He's doing what he needs to do, but
Conrad
really
said, "Get out of my puddle."
Right. But yeah, I mean, it was really great racing right there, and it was just tough to see somebody blow your engines. But when you're racing so close like that, you really have to pay attention to those water temps.
Well, Chuck has not used his fast repair, so it's a bummer that he couldn't make it back to pit road. He's already down 1 lap, but he's on pit road now. He'll have to take the tow, which will be probably a couple minutes of waiting around. He'll be able to get that fast repair and get back on track, but that's going to all but eliminate him. But the beauty of being a place like this with teams is that he can still go back up there, and if he can get back on track, although it looks like he is walking away from the sim, so night might be over for the 75 of Chuck Phelps.
Tough to see. I mean, well, we're coming down. I think they're going to be on 4 to go when they
Sound a little Canadian there, Sam.
I know. I really need to go check with my psychiatrist after that. But
God, you got a blue jean jacket on right now?
No, I do not.
You know, not blue jean on blue jean, no Canadian tuxedo. A little Canadian came out of you.
No. But and that's crazy. But Jake, we're coming down 4 to go. If you are in the top 5, what are you thinking coming into this right here?
I'm sticking to that inside line. I'm going with my gut. I'm sticking to that inside line and just riding. I'm not going to try to make moves for anything. If I'm in that top 3, I'm still sticking to that inside line. I don't want to move from that because with the way things go at Talladega, normally they go to the outside, and I want to be on that inside where I can have a safe zone and a good shot to clear the wreck and make it to the finish.
Well, I'm the storm that's coming to the outside because I want to go out there. I want to push somebody. I'm tired of waiting around. You know, if you want to be the lead dog, you got to be out front. And if you're pushing somebody, you're always going to be smelling their butt. And I don't want to do that. I want to be out front. I want to win this race. Pushing down on the bottom line ain't going to get me a win. I'm going to go out there and get this dub. So if I'm outside of the top 5, I'm locking bumpers with somebody. I'm going to that outside, and nobody's going to stop me. I'm going up to the front.
Smelling their butt is a crazy statement. I just want to say, hearing that from you.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to, it's like the what's the little snow dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
What are they called? Yeah, the dog sledding. Yeah. If you're the front dog, everybody else is smelling your butt. So if you want to be smelling someone's butt like Jake, then that's what you'll do. You know, I want to be out front.
Sounds like you're Skylar Daly's crew chief, because he's been doing kind of that type of strategy so far. He's been throwing it 3 wide into the middle, putting it in places that most drivers wouldn't, and it's been working out because he's up to second.
He's a lead dog. That's what I'm saying. He's a lead dog. That's where he wants to be. He's going to be on the he's going to be leading the top lane whenever they go green, and he's got a great shot at it. Just depends on what your help is like behind you. I don't know how many Navy guys he's got up towards the front. Patrick Dravick back in 11th, but he's got to get some help up there.
I'll tell you what, if I'm outside the top 10, I'm definitely throwing it 3 wide. But if I'm inside the top 10, I'm always a points racer. So I always try to calculate everything as I'm going, and that's why I'm playing it safe and sticking it into the inside within the top 10 and not moving a muscle.
Now, why would you lie to the people, Jake? As much as I know racing with you, that is not what you do, man. I have been in so many positions with you in races where if you could see the first 2 rows, you're going for it. Doesn't matter what track, you're gonna go front.
Plate racing's way different than 1.5 miles, brother.
Look, all I'll say is go look at the spring race and tell me if Jake was playing it safe. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, playing it safe, my ass. Well, the pace car is up in the 3rd lane, leading the 3rd line right now as he comes off of turn 2. He's got Skylar Daly getting the draft, looking down to the inside of the pace car. Pace car flying down the backstretch. I'm just getting ready, guys.
I mean, hey, that 3rd line, it's a great line to be in, but it's really risky. So, hey, I would love to see in these last few laps some group try that out, because it will work out if they all are hooked up together.
Hey, I just want to say while we're on the backstretch, we got ready to action. We're going to have a lot of post-race stuff. GoatLockerRacing.org, I do believe. Is that right? Oh my God. I'm panicking. It's GoatLockerRacing.org. Go to the website if you want to donate. GoatLocker is well funded through the gracious grants and sponsors that this series and league and nonprofit has. But if you want to be a part of this, part of putting veterans back on the track, diversion therapy, whatever you want to call it, giving out sim rigs to real life veterans who deserve it. And first responders, if you want to be a part of it, go to goatlockerracing.com or .org and click on donate if you want to be a part of it. They definitely would appreciate it as we're coming down to the end of this one.
Yeah, coming down into the restart zone right here. Looks like we will carry out with Garrett Kinder to carry it out with Skylar Daly on his top side. Will he follow the lead of his Army buddy, James Kaufman? He goes late on the restart. Looks like that high line, and Skylar Daly moves down. And
the wrecking. Claire Sis goes around and going to turn back up on the track. Did not get the caution. Got to make sure you wreck up on the track to get the caution. It does not get the caution again. It goes back up. They're still racing down. The caution comes out.
There it goes. Oh, wow.
Still wrecking. The caution came out, Claire. You can stop wrecking now. Go back and see what happened to Claire here. Is you got to see a little bit of checkup here, but the 22 is going to drive down to get down to that inside line, and I think Claire was a little thrown off by that and got squirrely, and it just was all she wrote.
Yeah, it looks like Skylar really wanted to get down to that bottom line right there. And he's been putting it in places that nobody else would sometimes. So, okay, Skylar.
There it is, right there. Yeah. Claire
Yeah,
gonna
Claire
lose
just
it
got
right
caught
here.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame her for struggling to keep that
Money
car,
shifts.
car around.
Yeah, money shifts. It goes back up on the track. It's just unbelievable. Of course, I'm playing. How would I know intent? It's just a joke. But you can see the contact there. Nothing that Claire did wrong there. It's just then trying to get it back up to speed, and just the rear tires are hot at that point. I mean, honestly, when you spin out, those tires overheat, and then you try to get on the gas, and it just spins back out. But a bummer because
Yeah.
Claire was running up in the top 3.
Yeah, it definitely is. But that's going to bring out our first green-white checker of this race. And if this is your first time watching an oval race in iRacing, we have a green-white checker. So the green flag is going to come out. The next flag after that's going to be the white, and then after that's going to be the checker. Once that white flag comes out, there is nothing stopping this race. So the drivers want to be able to get that green flag in so that they can make it to the end of the race. And honestly, green and white checkers on plate tracks can be the most chaotic situations a driver will ever see.
Yeah, you ain't lying on that. I've seen somebody come back from 9th place on a green-white checker to win a race.
Yeah, y'all really hit the nail on the head there. It takes a while, depending on how the lines get going. It takes a while for these cars to get up to speed and the pack to kind of come together. So that's sort of the bummer of all of it, is that by the time you come and take the white flag, it's not going to, you're kind of running out of time. So I feel like the race is going to be won from somebody in the top 5. I just don't see it. But you never know what can happen up in front. We just saw it right there where Claire makes a little contact with Skylar Daly and actually went up there to kind of show her displeasure there under caution.
Yeah, I know exactly the feelings that she's going through right now, and I would agree. Show your displeasure, because that really was a really crap move to deal with, but still alive. Could make something out of it, get some points for your team. We'll see what happens.
See the little on the replay here to see a little bit of extracurricular activity. I don't appreciate that. You ruined my race.
I think it gave her some nose damage as well, but I don't think she cares at this point. Well, since we got some time until the green flag, talking about Goat Locker Racing as well, we do have to thank a lot of our sponsors, Save 22 being one of them as well. Huge supporters of Goat Locker Racing, and we're also huge supporters of Save 22. Really focusing on the mental health of veterans, making sure that when they transition from military life to civilian life, that they have somebody to talk to, and personally knowing a lot of friends coming back from combat and transitioning to civilian life. That is one of the biggest things that they need, is just somebody to lean on them, talk, and let them get out there, get out anything that's in their head. So big shout out to Save 22 and what they do for our veterans.
And they do a Tuesday talk every Tuesday on their YouTube channel at Save 22 Vet. If you want to join in, tell them that you appreciate them, or if you want to sit and talk. I mean, they have spent hours talking to folks in their chat, struggling, going through some stuff. It's just what a wonderful idea. Everybody's carving out their own space of trying to give back to their communities, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. Such a nice working together that Save 22 and GLR have, always kind of intermingling and really making some really cool stuff happen. Is we get the one to go here on the first green white checker.
One to go, and I mean, I'm looking at Skylar Daly, if he gets that opportunity to get in front of Garrett Kinder or control that field, he's going to take it. And he's taking no prisoners with it based on what we've seen him do today. So I got my money on Skylar Daly to get that win tonight.
I don't like him going down to that inside line. I think that's the first way to lose this race, and I would like to see him try to stay close to Garrett Kinder and just stay on his right rear quarter and try to drag him back and just control that outside line and get a big push from Heiner, who's been probably one of the best pushers that we've seen all night.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with Andy Carnes in that 5th spot. I had the pleasure of racing on a team with Andy in the ARCA series when we first did the East-West splits last fall, and I taught Andy everything I know about plate racing, and he's really putting that knowledge to work tonight.
You know, Jake, you are a really good teacher at oval racing. I will say that. I've learned a lot coming from somebody who never did oval racing to where I'm at now. There's a lot of things you taught me racing with you, so I appreciate you doing that for Andy Carnes as well.
And all the work you do for guys who do drywall.
Yeah, you know. Hey, my headphones have stayed intact for the last 2 years.
Hey, man. We just need some receipts to confirm that, but it's all good.
I think I still have the Amazon order.
Oh, man. Well, like Noah Hogarth says, Skylar win would feed families. I got my money on Skylar. We are going to see what happens. Garrett Kinder into the restart zone. I'm guessing it's going to be a late restart. You don't really want to get too far ahead. Garrett Kinder to the restart zone, and it looks like it's going to be a late restart by him. The lines are checked up. Christopher Heiner with a huge push to Skylar Daly into turn 1, but that bottom line is starting to get connected as well.
Yeah, they're going to have to stay with it. Heiner, while they're dropping back, that inside line just has a slight advantage on the restart. You got to stay with it, though. Don't give up. You'll see guys getting out of line because they feel like they're going backwards and start to freak out. No, you got to keep going, got to keep pushing, and try to get back up towards the front because that inside line will check up at some point, and then you'll have a massive run. You can see someone already bailing back on that top side line.
Yeah, and these drivers just want to get to that white flag and then let it loose after that. So looks like Team Army has control of that bottom, but if you stick with it on the high side, that speed will come to you guys. Skylar Daly hoping.
Oh, they're wrecking behind. Are we going to get the white flag? No.
Oh. Did you see that car Beyblade through the grass?
Doug Ellingson, vomit-inducing wreck there out of him. Take a look at that. What happened from his point of view? Good grief.
Hope he's not in a sim motion rig, because I would be sick after that.
I can assure you he is not.
They're coming into the trial.
Oh, it sounds like his motor blew. Or somebody's motor blew around him. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, that I would not want to be in a sim motion rig going through that. But,
let's go back and see if we could hear what. It's hard to. It sounded like somebody motor blew at some point in here. At the 51, Conrad Wheating just moving people out of the way back there, and Doug. It just moves up. Yeah, just kind of moves up the lane. I thought somebody's motor blew, but my goodness, scary wreck.
yeah. Well, hopefully he still has a fast repair because he's been doing really good tonight. So we would love to see him at least get a good finish out here tonight. But unlucky that, coming to that white flag, drivers are starting to position themselves to be in that right place to make a good run to the front. And it looks like not everybody's on the same schedule. And, here we are with our second green-white attempt.
Yeah, so at this point now, it's Garrett Kinder is actually kind of relieved because he was able to stay out front, maintain the lead here on this green-white checker, because on this green-white checkered, if a caution comes out in turn 1, he will be the winner. It's going to take multiple, it's going to take going to the white flag for someone to be able to make a run if the person who's third in line gives Kinder a push and keeps pushing. It's going to be tough. So we're going to need to see it go all the way to the checkered, but if it doesn't, the race will be over. So Garrett Kinder feeling pretty good right about now.
Yeah, feeling good, definitely indeed. And Skylar Daly, after being up in second, dropped down to 8th. So that high line didn't work out. He's going to be on that high line again, but not looking good for maybe a Navy win tonight. Looks like the Army really is going to control it, but your favorite driver, Jake, Andrew Carnes, up to P3, going to be on that bottom line right behind Kinder.
And I'll tell you what, Andy's going to push like hell to get Garrett out there and to ride in that second spot. And if I know Andy, he's going to try to fake that outside and try to bring it back inside in that tri-oval. So we're going to see what happens.
Well, the best thing about this right now is you got a first responder in first, you got a Marine in second, and you got Andy Carnes in third in the Army. And you got Abert right behind him, another Army. So nice little diverse top three. We'll see how it plays out. Maybe we can get a Navy. Where's the Navy people at? Where's the Skylar Daly?
Skylar Daly was the highest one, and then now he's back in 8th. Patrick Drabik's in 11th. I don't see any other Navy guys in the top 10, so looks like the Navy's not really doing well tonight.
I mean, it is on land. We're racing on land, so I'm sure that's a big disadvantage. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you know what? You got it. You got it right
Hit the
there.
nail on the head.
You hit the nail on the head. Oh man. Hey, so I see somebody talking about Jake is a great store manager. Jake, I think they're talking about Pit Crew and the web store for us at GLR.
Absolutely not. I am not a web store manager whatsoever, Noah. Because I know where that came from. That came off of Goat Talk.
Well, the segue is for you to talk about the web store, Jake. Talk about the web store.
Man.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, we got hats, T-shirts, hoodies, you name it, we got it. I'm sure Amber over at Jam Printing Promotions, if you wanted a pair of boxers with GLR on it, I'm sure Amber over at Jam Printing Promotions will cook it up for you on the web store. But yeah, we got everything over there: hats, hoodies, quarter zips, dog tags. We got it. You name it.
Yeah,
There you go.
Dude. Yeah. I mean, every purchase that you make at the Goat Locker web store, even if you join the Pit Crew, $20 a month. I believe it's $20 a month. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but $20 a month gets you a really cool T-shirt. From the reviews that I've heard, aka Noah Hogart, it's the softest T-shirt you'll ever have in your life. So if you want a really soft T-shirt, go join the GLR Pit Crew. Really rave reviews by Noah Hogart.
Well,
Yeah, I
do
don't
we
know
have-
how much it is a month because I did it and then I forgot
$20
about
a
it.
month.
So
it's $20 a month.
that-
$20 a month.
Yeah.
Do y'all sell baby clothes in the web store, Jake? Because I think a few of our guys might do it.
Oh, yeah,
A lot of
big
babies.
Big huge to Daniel Cunningham, who just had his baby last week. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, big huge to Daniel, for sure.
Yep.
What about this race, guys? What about this race? We got the final
Here's the
green white
race.
checker here. Yeah, Kinder, Calvert out front, and then you got Carnes, Abert, yeah, in the next row. Friel and Peasley, Skylar Daly, Dakota Cole, Ian Brisky, and Christopher Heiner. Your top 10. And we're coming down to that restart zone right now, Sam.
You're coming down to that restart zone. Garrett Kinder just needs to do what he's been doing all race, controlling the restart. He's probably going to do a late restart, but it looks like Dave Calvert is going to try to time it at the right time, and they're off. Kinder with a late restart. The top 4 get away cleanly, so it's neck and neck. I know David Calvert's praying, let me get to that white flag. I want to fight for this win, or at least be ahead of Kinder, but it looks like Kinder is ahead. They're going.
Oh, Lord.
I'm hearing Rex, and there's a caution.
Caution is out, and that's going to do it. Garrett Kinder going to be your winner here tonight as he's out front at the time of caution. and we'll wait just to make sure that is the case. But Garrett Kinder, your winner here tonight.
Garrett Kinder, winner here tonight for the first responders team. And maybe because he has Sheriff on there, and nobody really wanted to take it over and get a ticket. Terrible joke by me, but Garrett Kinder with the win tonight, controlling the field from the front. And honestly, great job by him. Great to see him in victory lane.
Yep, he did exactly what he needed to do, and caution comes out. And I guess we can go back and see what maybe happened in the caution. Since we got a whole lap of stuff going on, let's see if we can go back and see who's running this show. What's going on? Get this stuff off the screen. Who's producing this? Go back and see on this restart. Yeah, we'll see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like
a check up on the outside line. Yeah, Conrad Weeding trying to get something going, and just kind of accordion effect yet again. We've seen that all night, and it just keeps going. Conrad must be having some sort of issue because he was not able to get going. And I don't know who that was. 52 of Matt Wiebers spins out.
Yeah, it looks like the 52. Yeah.
So I think let's go on board with Conrad and just see if maybe he had some engine issues here. Spins his tires. You can see trying to. Oh, he's got motor issues for sure. That car is not getting up to speed. Yeah.
100%.
Oh, he's dragging. Oh, yeah. Well, the damn motor's dragging the ground, it looks like. So, yeah. Motor mount come out of the 20 car. Look at the sparks flying on that bad boy.
Yeah, it's just dragging and really causing a parachute, and somehow avoids the wreck entirely from that. Oh, man. It looked like Matt Weaver's Claire Sis got caught up in that. Maybe Josh Unger as well. I think Josh Unger was caught up in that as well.
On board with Claire Sis, as we're watching it, kind of, you can see the sparks flying out of the 20 machine as the wreck happens. It continues on to run. Oh my God!
Oh God!
The 84 jump scare, Hayden Muir jump scare there. Good grief!
Oh man! Well, looks like they came across the start-finish line. Garrett Kinder is the official winner with Dave Calvert in P2 and Andrew Carnes in P3. So big shout out to Garrett Kinder for the win. Eddie, I think we're gonna take a quick break, but then we'll be back with final results and then interviews with the top three.
Nah, we're not going to take no break. We're going straight into interviews. And look, I just want to say, as far as how the racing went tonight, I tell you what, I had a blast. And I tell you what, I don't really care how the race went, if it was the best race in the world or we were under caution the whole time. Either way, I don't really care. It's so awesome to see this series on track. I'm so excited to see the culmination. And just kind of a bummer that a first responder wins the first race. I would feel really, really upset if I was one of the branches.
Yeah, they definitely got some work to put in the weeks following. Garrett Kinder pretty much made a statement for the first responders.
Hey,
he's still going around the track. He's not stopped.
He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't have a car to pit maneuver, so I guess he's just trying to figure out what to do.
Well, let's get him up into the booth and let's talk to him. And Sam, I guess you'll start with the winner, and Jake, you'll take second, and I'll take third.
Sounds like a plan to me. Garrett Kinder, Eddie, Sam, and Jake in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was in the middle of burnout. What's up?
Yeah, we see you burning it down right there. But, hey, man, everything worked out for you. This race was really crazy. A lot of cautions, a lot of havoc. You worked your way up through the field. You really were by yourself a couple times. Team Army was just hounding you trying to get that lead, but you come out with the win. How does it feel to get the first win of the Warrior Series?
Man, it actually feels pretty nice. I kind of figured on that last one we would be racing to the next yellow, just judging kind of by how everything else had been going. So felt pretty good to just eke it out there. I don't know how much I won by, but it had to be close because I honestly thought the other guy had it. But yeah, a lot of fun. Feels good to win one for the first responder guys early in the season. A lot of military, a lot of first responders going on. So it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, pretty cool deal indeed. Great to see you guys out there. Were you thinking about maneuvering anybody while you're out there? I just have to know for myself.
Pit maneuver, no, but I would have arrested a lot of people for DUI tonight.
Well, that's great to hear, Gary Kinder. Well, Gary, glad to see you with the first win of the season. Glad to see you out here racing with the boys and girls. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
I want to thank, of course, everybody over here at Goat Locker Racing. This is a heck of a community they put together, so big shout out to them. I don't have my Discord pulled up, so I can't go through the sponsor list. It's first race season. Give me a break. Thank all the guys that on the first responder team. We all got together, had a good time, hung out. And Kinder Farm and Ranch, Ratchet Speed Shop, all the guys that make this thing possible. Thank my wonderful wife for letting me come and hang out on a Wednesday night and just have a good time.
Well, Garrett, appreciate you. Great to see First Responders going to win on the first race of the season. We'll see you next week.
All right, then.
Hey, Dave, it's Jake, Eddie, and Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how are y'all?
Doing fantastic, man. How about yourself? You kind of stuck your way up into second place and had a nice, calm night leading up to that. Go through your race for me.
It really was kind of calm. Dodged a couple wrecks, and then got caught up in the one, but I was able to kind of come back through. The runs were so big, like you could get a good enough run, you can pass 4 or 5 cars and then shoot the gap somewhere. Yeah, most of these races don't turn out so well for me, so I was happy that at least finished it. So I was pretty happy.
Did you guys have some strategy going into tonight on that Marine One team?
We did. We had some good strategy, and we got linked up a couple times together, and we were doing good. And then we got kind of piled up in that wreck, and then we lost one guy, and then we lost another as he blew a motor. So then it was kind of me, but I was still happy to at least pull a represent for our Marine One team.
How you guys feeling about next week at Charlotte?
I mean, I feel pretty good. I mean, it's tough to say, it's tough to tell with these super speedway races, but I think we got a pretty good team together, and we can move through it and get us some points for our team.
Well, great second place finish there, Dave. You got any shout out sponsors?
Yeah. First, I'm always going to thank Jesus Christ first. Without him, I'm nothing. And then after that, definitely got to give it to my Marine One guys. We all work together. It doesn't always go as planned, but we definitely work pretty well together. So hopefully more things to come. And then all you guys for putting this series on. This is such a cool concept series, and how the whole team point structured. I absolutely love the idea of it, and I really hope this takes off. And then all of our sponsors that we have for this whole series, the Save 22. I don't know where the thing went. I can't ever completely remember. Yeah, all the sponsors that we have that put this series on. Without them, we couldn't really do anything. And then all you guys behind the scenes that do all the hard work that really doesn't get enough credit. So we thank y'all for that.
All right, man. Well, good luck next week, and we'll catch you later. Hopefully we'll talk to you again.
All right. Hope to talk to y'all soon too. Have a good evening.
All right. And then finally, I am caught up with Andy Carnes, the man himself, the Army representative here tonight, coming home in third place. Andy, talk about your race, man. How did you get up to third place?
Man, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? I hope it looked good out there for everybody. But boy, we had a good time out here, just pushing and shoving and do what we can do.
Well, the Army guys came in, I'm sure, with a plan. Did the plan work? Were you able to pull off anything a part of your plan, or did it just kind of get turned on its head?
Well, we thought that when the whole field came in, but our team for that caution to get fuel, we thought we were going to be good. They were going to be short, and then we caught those couple of cautions, and that kind of ruined our strategy at the onset. What we thought, but long term, it all worked out. We had enough cautions that it didn't really play into it, and we just, it is fight your way up to the front and hope it holds.
Well, talk a little bit about this series and getting it off the ground. How cool is it to have just a full series, 36 drivers of vets and first responders here at Goat Locker.
Oh man, this is awesome. To implement a team, it's as close as you're going to get to like a cup series with running with your teammates and trying to help each other, but then ultimately you want to battle for the win. So I think it's just such a great concept. You're seeing guys work together that maybe wouldn't work together, normally, and it's just a great concept and great. I hope it works, on the broadcast. I hope everybody had a good show and it was good for the fans. And going forward the rest of the year, hopefully this continues and we can build on this.
All right. Well, man, congratulations on a great finish. Who do you have to thank for this third place here tonight?
Oh man, we got to thank iRacing. What a great software, what a great program, what great people that we work with here at Goat Locker. MK Fire Design, thanks to Mitch and all his people. Sim Motion, Harpoon Designs. Brantley painted this car. Did in my opinion, a phenomenal job like always. So shout out to Harpoon. They do a great work. And Zach Graphics, and of course Goat Locker Racing. None of this would be possible if we didn't have, Goat Locker here as an organization and doing all the great things that they do for the veterans and first responder community.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Have a great one.
Phew. Well, tonight was a great, chaotic, but great first showing for the Warrior Series here in Talladega. Looking at the race results, we got Garrett Kinder coming away with the win, starting from 8th place. Dave Calvert all the way back from 22nd, picks P2. Andrew Carnes P3. Charles Aber and Randall Peasley rounding out the top 5. Thaddeus Friel, the impersonator, gets the top 6. Skylar Daly finishes out in 7th. Dakota Cole in P8. Patrick Drabick, the head goat, in P9. And Christopher Heiner wrapping up our top 10.
We got Joshua Jackson coming in 11th. Frederick Seagrave Jr. coming in 12th. J.R. Hudson at 13th. Ian Brisky in 14th. Violet Dooling and Jacob Lenke in that 15th and 16th spot. Daniel Parks and Sean Lobos in 17th and 18th. The Lone Wolf, Conrad Whedon coming in 19th. And Bill Malfield coming in 20th.
21st is Claire Sis with Kevin Price in 22nd. DJ Patterson, 23rd. Matt Weavers. What is it, guys? Which one is it? Weavers?
I think it's Weavers.
All right, Matt Weavers. Weavers in 24th. James Kaufman. Disappointing finish. He was up there up front all night long. So was Timothy Williams back in 26th. Abe Muir as well in 27th. Armando Melgosa comes home in 28th. Doug Ellingson 29th and 30th. Darren Price. I'll finish out the last few. Chuck Phelps disappointed. Blew his motor, pushing, tried to get the win. Comes home in 31st. Bobby Bender in 32nd. Jonathan Lawless in 33rd. Josh Hunker 34th. Ryan Pendleton 35th. And Dave Calvert 36th.